Imagine a world where people possess the power to shape reality with their thoughts and intentions. Where the universe was a vast canvas waiting to be painted with the colors of their dreams and desires. In this world, a young girl named Maya was born with a special gift. She could see the hidden forces that moved beneath the surface of things, and she could bend them to her will with a single thought. Maya's powers were a source of wonder and amazement to those around her, but they also made her a target. There were those who coveted her abilities and would stop at nothing to control them. Forced to flee her home and venture into the unknown, Maya embarked on a perilous journey to uncover the truth about her powers and unlock the secrets of the universe. Along the way, she encountered a diverse cast of characters, each with their own unique abilities and motivations. Some became her allies, while others sought to use her for their own gain. As Maya delved deeper into the mysteries of the universe, she discovered that the power to shape reality came with a heavy price. She was forced to confront the darker aspects of herself and the world around her, and to make choices that would have far-reaching consequences. Join Maya on her epic journey of self-discovery and transformation, and discover the awe-inspiring power of the human mind. Are you ready to imagine a world where anything is possible? Chapter 1. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Sophia who loved to dream. Every night, she would close her eyes and let her mind wander to fantastical places, imagining herself as a daring explorer or a wise queen. But one night, she had a dream that felt different. It was vivid and clear, and it left her with a feeling of purpose. In the dream, a wise old woman appeared to Sophia and told her that dreams are a pathway to our most meaningful desires. She urged Sophia to follow her dreams and not be afraid of the obstacles she might face. And then, the old woman gave Sophia a map that showed the way to a hidden treasure. Sophia woke up feeling both excited and confused. She had never had such a powerful dream before. But she couldn't shake the feeling that it was trying to tell her something important. For days, Sophia pondered the dream and the map. She tried to decipher its meaning but couldn't quite figure it out. Eventually, she decided to take a risk and follow the map, just like Santiago in The Alchemist. Sophia packed a bag and set off on her journey, unsure of what lay ahead. She faced many challenges along the way, just like Santiago. She crossed treacherous rivers and climbed steep mountains, but she never gave up. And even when she faced setbacks, she reminded herself of the old woman's words and kept pushing forward. As she journeyed deeper into the wilderness, Sophia encountered new people and learned about their cultures and ways of life. She discovered a love for adventure and a passion for exploring the unknown. And through it all, she kept following the map, trusting that it would lead her to her treasure. Finally, after many weeks of travel, Sophia found herself standing at the foot of a great mountain. The map showed that the treasure was hidden somewhere on its slopes, but Sophia could see no clear path. She was exhausted and discouraged, wondering if she had made a mistake in coming here. Then, she remembered the lesson of the alchemist, that it's often the simplest things that are the most extraordinary. She closed her eyes and let her intuition guide her, just like Santiago did with the scarab beetle. And as she opened her eyes, she saw a glimmer of gold on the mountainside. She raced towards it, digging through the rocks and dirt until she uncovered a chest filled with riches beyond her wildest dreams. Sophia couldn't believe it. She had found the treasure, just like in her dream. But she also knew that the journey had been just as important as the destination. It had taught her the value of following her dreams, of taking risks, and of never giving up. From that day on, Sophia continued to dream big and follow her heart, just like Santiago. And she knew that, no matter where her dreams might lead her, she would always be guided by the wisdom of the old woman and the power of her own dreams. In a galaxy far, far away, there was a young alien named Zorax. He lived on a small planet called Xanadu and had always felt like he was destined for something great. As a child, he dreamed of exploring the vast universe, meeting other life forms, and discovering new worlds. But as Zorax grew older, he started to doubt himself. His parents and teachers told him that his dreams were impossible to achieve and that he should focus on getting a stable job and living a comfortable life. Zorax began to believe that his personal legend was too difficult to attain. One day, while stargazing, Zorax saw a shooting star streak across the sky. Suddenly, a wise old alien appeared before him. "I am Melchizedek, the king of the universe," he said. "I have come to tell you that everyone has a personal legend. It is the thing you truly want to accomplish. Do not give up on your dreams, for they are gifts from the universe itself." Zorax was amazed. He had never heard of such a thing before. Melchizedek explained that if he really desired something, the universe would help him accomplish it. All he needed to do was to listen to his heart and follow its guidance. Determined to uncover his personal legend, Zorax set out on a journey to explore the universe. Along the way, he met an English alien named Edward, who wanted to become an alchemist. Edward was constantly reading books and studying, but Zorax taught him that experience and real-life interactions were just as valuable. Eventually, Zorax met an alchemist who had achieved his personal legend by living it out. The alchemist taught Zorax that he shouldn't focus on superficial rewards like wealth and gold but instead tune into his deeper desires. As Zorax continued on his journey, he encountered many challenges and obstacles. His heart was filled with fears and anxieties, and it was hard for him to listen to its guidance. But he persisted and talked back to his heart when it faltered. Finally, after much hardship, Zorax discovered his personal legend. He became a famous explorer and discovered a new planet that had never been seen before. The universe had gifted him with this personal legend, and he felt fulfilled and happy. From that day on, Zorax knew that he should never give up on his dreams. He had learned that anyone could achieve their personal legend if they desired it enough and were willing to listen to their heart's guidance. And so, he continued to explore the universe, meeting new life forms and discovering new worlds, all with the knowledge that his personal legend was guiding him every step of the way. Chapter 3. Santiago and Fatima fell in love in a desert oasis. Santiago was a shepherd who had embarked on a journey to fulfill his personal legend, while Fatima was a woman of the desert who dreamed of a great gift that the desert would bring her. They fell in love quickly and soon were engaged to be married. As Santiago continued on his journey, he wondered if he should leave Fatima behind. Wasn't she a part of his personal legend too? But Fatima saw things differently. She believed that love does not equate to possession and that if their love was meant to be, they would be together again. She told Santiago that he should continue on his journey and that she would be waiting for him when he returned. Santiago was torn, but the alchemist reinforced Fatima's perspective. The alchemist believed that leaving Fatima and then returning to her was the purest way that Santiago could express his love for her. Santiago realized that his love for Fatima was not possessive but rather a deep and true love that would endure even if they were apart. As Santiago continued on his journey, he encountered many challenges, including proving to suspicious tribesmen that he was a true alchemist. Santiago had no idea how he would transform himself into the wind, as the alchemist had promised. But he had learned to speak the language of the universe, and he knew that the key was to talk of love to all the natural elements around him. In speaking of love to the desert, the sand, and the sun, Santiago came to understand that these natural elements were simply trying to follow their own personal journeys, just as he was. And in that moment of realization, the wind, the desert, and the sun created a dramatic desert wind, and Santiago became a true alchemist. As he traveled back to the oasis, he realized that love was not possessive, but rather a force that connected him to the universe and all its natural elements. When he finally reunited with Fatima, he knew that their love was strong enough to endure the challenges of life's journey. And so Santiago and Fatima lived happily ever after, knowing that their love was not possessive, but rather a force that connected them to the universe and all its mysteries. Chapter 4. In a far-off land, there lived a young man named Amir. Amir had always felt like there was something special waiting for him out there, something bigger than the life he currently lived. One day, Amir had a dream that he was searching for a treasure hidden beneath the sands of a far-off desert. When he woke up, he couldn't shake the feeling that the dream was more than just a dream, that it was a sign from the universe. As Amir pondered over the meaning of his dream, he remembered the words of a wise old man he had once met. The man had told him, "It's up to you to follow the markers of your destiny." These words echoed in Amir's mind as he decided to embark on a journey to find the treasure that he believed awaited him. Before he set out, Amir met a wise man named Khalid, who gave him 2 stones and told him to pay attention to the omens around him. "They are the signposts the universe has placed on your path," Khalid said. "Follow them, and you'll reach your destiny." As Amir traveled through the desert, he encountered many challenges and obstacles. But every time he faced a difficulty, he remembered Khalid's words and looked for omens that would guide him. And every time he found an omen, it led him closer to his goal. One day, as Amir was resting at an oasis, he saw 2 hawks locked in an airborne battle. He remembered reading about the same omen in a book that Khalid had given him, and he knew that it meant danger was near. Soon enough, a tribe of bandits attacked the oasis, but Amir was able to escape and continue his journey. As Amir drew closer to his destination, he began to doubt himself. "If my destiny is already predetermined," he thought, "why am I struggling so hard to achieve it?" He wondered if he should just give up and accept whatever fate had in store for him. It was at this moment that Amir met a camel driver who had also been searching for his destiny for many years. The camel driver had seen many seers who had given him different predictions about his future, but none of them had come true. "No man can know the future," the camel driver said. "The secret to fulfilling your destiny is living attentively in the moment and following the signs that the universe has placed before you." Amir realized that he had been so focused on his destination that he had forgotten to enjoy the journey. He had been so worried about whether he would succeed or fail that he had overlooked the beauty of the present moment. From that day on, Amir stopped worrying about the future and started living in the moment. And as he did so, he found that the markers of his destiny became clearer and easier to follow. Finally, after many months of traveling, Amir reached the place where the treasure was hidden. As he dug beneath the sands, he felt a sense of peace and contentment that he had never experienced before. He realized that the true treasure was not the gold and jewels he found, but the journey itself and the lessons he had learned along the way. Amir returned home a changed man, filled with gratitude for the adventure he had experienced and the wisdom he had gained. He knew that his destiny was not something that was predetermined by the universe, but something he had created through his choices and actions. And he knew that he would always be guided by the omens that surrounded him, and the knowledge that it was up to him to follow the markers of his destiny. Summary: Santiago stood at the base of the pyramids, staring up at the stone structures in awe. It had been a long and difficult journey, but he had finally made it. The treasure he had sought had not been what he expected, but he felt rich in ways he never could have imagined. As he sat in the sand, reflecting on his journey, he thought back to the lessons he had learned along the way. He remembered Melchizedek, who had convinced him to follow his destiny, and the alchemist who had shown him the power of his heart and the soul of the world. He thought of the setbacks he had faced, the robberies, the desert conflicts, and the distractions. Each challenge had taught him something new, and he had grown stronger and wiser because of them. But most of all, he thought of Fatima. She had been his love, his inspiration, and his guiding light. She had taught him the true meaning of love and had shown him that sometimes the greatest treasure is not material wealth, but the people we love and the connections we make with them. Santiago smiled to himself, feeling content and at peace. He knew that his journey had not ended here, but that he had only just begun. The universe was vast and mysterious, and he was a small part of it. But he also knew that he was connected to everything around him, and that he had the power to shape his destiny if he listened to his heart and paid attention to the omens that guided him. And so, with a renewed sense of purpose and a deep appreciation for the universe and his place in it, Santiago stood up and set off on his next adventure, ready to follow the markers of his destiny wherever they may lead him. Finally, the insights and knowledge I gained from reading The Alchemist were phenomenal. I highly recommend it. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and if you found value in this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more great content. Trust me, you won't regret it.